What up, 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 my peoples, my mother and peoples. We are back like we never left. The Quality Minutes Podcast, where we give roses to those who are still around and put in that hard work day to day. Make it every minute count, of course, as you know what that means. You feel me?
Damn right.
Hell yeah. Shout out to y'all, y'all Quality Minutes Podcast. But today we got a special guest, man. I mean, all of our guests are fucking special, okay? We got a special guest here, man. This brother, man, he's like my big bro. You know what I'm saying? He's been around this music industry for a while, man. Member of the Wolf Pack, former member of Iron Fist. You know what I'm saying? This fucking guy is Dirdee Moetown himself, Mr. You Don't Belong in Detroit.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? From the D to Vegas, he's still holding it down. We got my mother booping gorilla in the building, Moe Dirdee. What's good, my G?
I
think you muted right now.
Yeah, you definitely muted right now, but while he muted, I gotta definitely shout out to Quality Minutes Podcast, two young Detroit like legends and cats been doing it for a minute up here. Yeah,
Yes.
appreciate y'all coming on the podcast, brother. How you been?
What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? How you been doing, my brother?
Man, I've been all right, man. Staying out the way, getting to it. There's a couple of things I'm out here doing in Vegas. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I was blessed with the opportunity to be out here. So I just been enjoying being out here, fucking around and taking advantages of getting off out here, boy. Getting off out here.
Hey, I understand, man. Gotta commend you in your work ethic. Hey, man, when we talk about hard work Hall of Fame, man, this guy definitely has to be inducted because, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you Dirt used to be responsible for so much local talent, like getting known that a lot of people don't even understand. Like his venues used to promote young artists. Because even when I first started rapping, like I didn't really have too many spots to go to, like local showcases. But once Dirt threw a fucking party in the city, man, you know you're gonna see somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, man. And it was just a melting pot for just a whole lot of talent, man. You gotta get, man, clap it up for you and you for putting the little niggas on, man.
Those spots that you mentioned, man, like when he had those parties and those, you know, when the local talent, like, you know, with some noble names that come up when you think about those spaces.
It was people like Danny Brown. Got to see people like Black Milk. If you a lot of people don't know of Guilty Simpson, Marv. I was able to see Eminem at a spot before, man. Like it's amazing, bro. I haven't been around millionaires dealing with this guy, like Philadelphia Freeway, Benny Siegel. Like we've been all over this bitch, bro, because they respect the talent. Because these guys like Mo and Marv and just different Detroit local talent, man, they've been trying to make this city bang for so long. Like they've been trying their best just to get us heard, man. And a lot of those people in different spots that I noticed, and I even had conversations with them, and you know, these motherfuckers influence the culture. They really influence the culture, man. Because that's why y'all need y'all roses while y'all here, man. That's for sure.
And so let me ask both Mo and Yak, man. Y'all, you know, since you all were in the industry and you all were doing music, you know, I think this is the case. But would you say like Detroit rap is often overlooked? I mean, you know, you got the big names like M, right? Like that people know in Royce and guys like that. But like, would you say that Detroit rap is typically overlooked when we talk about a national conversation? You're muted.
You're on mute again, Dirt.
I don't think, personally, at this particular point, I don't think Detroit is being overlooked. I think Detroit is a boiling pot right now. Like in the past, Detroit was overlooked. You can say that with the likes of Eminem, the Royces, like meaning like we were all individual artists, lyricists who actually like was pushing the pen forward. And like, you know what I'm saying? Now with this day and age, it's so much easier for the people who can actually push that pen to, you know what I'm saying, to set themselves aside, because the newer generation, they target one area, like not even target one area. They have a distinct sound. And like, it's completely separate from the lyricists the ones that I come up with my upbringing. So it's kind of easy for us to stand out because like we force you to listen to what we're talking about. And we have a lot of concepts, and we still sharp and still. We all, you know what I'm saying, push the pen pushers.
Most definitely. Like you say, man.
Pen pushers. I like that.
For sure.
How long you been in? How long you been in it, bro? Like, what year did you like really start taking this music thing seriously?
I think I want to say I started taking this shit serious probably like seriously as an individual, an artist. I think probably like I want to say 2000, 2004, something like that. 2004.
Okay, so why you say 2004? What was that when you knew like, okay, this is it?
I say 2004 because that's when I started pretty much getting the idea of how things move. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to move around, be up under people, pause, like be around artists who literally, like, you know what I'm saying, had platforms. You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to come, I was blessed to be a guest on their platform, to see how they were catered to on their platforms. And I was able to see the you know what I'm saying, the movers and shakers that made the shit happen. So from that particular juncture, it's like I had the relationship. It was more so like I just had to come up with the material. And that was one of the things that mainly fueled me.
So when we were talking to Marv, we asked him, we said like, what was a gem that one of those, like those older heads, like those cats who have been in it for a while, that they share with you, that continues to stay with you? He said, you know, always perform no matter how big the crowd is. You perform like it's a 10,000 people in front of you. So like, what was a gem that somebody dropped on you and you was like, I'm gonna keep this one?
A gem that somebody taught me was always like, and vice versa. You teach people how to treat you, and people teach you how to treat them. Like, it's verbally or not verbally. You got to pick up on it right off rip, because they'll do it consistently. And if you don't pick up on it, it's kind of like it's like a unwritten love language.
Hey, that's
say that one more time so the people can hear that. You say that one more time.
People will teach you how to treat them. Pay attention. Like, you teach people how to treat you, but people will also teach you how to treat them.
There it is. Message. There it is. Because they will. Exactly. They will. Because people will show you off rip. And it's up to you to decide if you want to continue to, you know what I'm saying? You'll never be able to change who they are. Like, oh, okay, you a piece of boop, so I got to teach you like a piece of boop. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I used to be wild. But to the point now, it's like I've matured and, like, you know, I found a peace of mind. So when I go around certain energies, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it's the first or the last, or the first or the second time I met you, like, I know this is gonna be my last time I'm hanging with you. Like, being like, I'm gonna enjoy my day to day, but you probably won't ever hear from me again. Like, that type of thing. Like, it's nothing against you. It's just like, more so I know what direction I'm headed, and this is actually not pushing me towards my direction. This is actually gonna send me back into a frenzy. I'm gonna go be in the basement, busting the motherfucking concrete up, and getting the guns out the concrete like John Wick.
Oh, not the John Wick straps.
Hey, not the Wick was wild.
Hey, Wick was wild, bro.
John Wick was wild.
He didn't play about that dog in that car, man. You messed up with either one of those, bro. Everybody you know is dying.
Here's how I knew.
In 45 minutes, he was tearing cats apart.
how I knew he was special. That dog was special to him when they called the son's father, and it was like, John Wick. What did he do? What did my son do?
Yeah, he was like, oh,
and then hung up. What did he do? Dog. Everybody just like, oh shit,
fuck.
It's a rat.
Yeah, man. You can't mess with a dude's dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Or his car. That was just letting you know. Leave men, cars, and dogs alone, ladies and gentlemen. Leave them alone, man.
I'm glad you said that. That brings me to a clip that I saw when you talked about, like, people would teach you how to treat them. You know, DMX, rest in peace, man. We'll talk.
Rest in peace, X. Rest in peace.
There's a clip on there where he was talking about, I think he was on Drink Champs, and he was like, you know, it's too hard to not trust people. You just got to trust that people are going to be who they are. You know what I mean? And just go from there. It's way too hard to trust people.
That's
But
true.
definitely gotta, shout out X, man. Rest in peace, brother. We lost the
Yeah,
goat.
that's tough, man. There's been some devastating boys early. That was tough. But
Definitely.
God makes no mistakes, man. Like he said himself, God don't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it's your time, that's why you have to make your minutes count, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Quality minutes, man.
Quality minutes.
Put them in, man, because you got to make them count, man, day to day, man.
One of them.
So let me ask you, Dirt. So okay, because you were a former member of the Wolfpack. How long were y'all together? If you guys don't know who the Wolfpack are, tell us a little bit more. Tell the people more about who you are and where you came from as far as your career goes, Dirt.
Well, first and foremost, I am not a former member of the Wolfpack. I am a member of the Wolfpack. Like, the Wolfpack is still together. DJ Kid, Hostile, Talk Record. Secondly, I originated with the group called the Wolfpack. Prior to the Wolfpack, I did like one solo album. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I had just gotten my feet wet as far as just like getting music into my life. But then like from there, like I took my craft and I moved over to the Lush. The Lush Lounge is like where the who's who normally go, like, you know what I'm saying, to express their pen or, you know what I'm saying, their stage, their craft. So I ended up going there. And like normally when I would go on stage, I started going on stage first when they bring the newcomers in. But then once determined on how well you rap, they start moving you towards the middle of the night to where right before the big heavy hitters like Guilty and the Fat Killers and like, you know what I'm saying, Royce and the Obies and a couple other names. But like they would put me right before they would bring those names on. But they also would bring J Kid and Hostile up. So we would always be going to the stage around the same time. Or when I heard my name called, they would show up to the stage. Or when I heard their name called, I would go up to the stage because we would all go back to back to back. So from that particular point, we were just like, you ready? You ready? I got some shit this week. You got some shit, nigga? I got fire. And then from that particular point, we just built the camaraderie. And you're like, you know what? We just about to make a group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take out this middle piece of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? We warming this shit up every night. But we about to put together a group. And originally the Wolfpack was spelled WOLFPACK. And it stood for We Only Love Family. Peasants Aren't Considered Kings. But we narrowed that shit down to WOOFPAC. We only out for partying and cussing. Because that, you know what I'm saying? That was a better definition. Like, bro, because that's all we was doing. We was out there.
That feels good. I can see how y'all can put that together. I can see how that is, man. You know, and it's ironic and crazy though, because the way we met, I met you probably the last out of the Wolfpack, because I was chilling with a cat named Absolute. Shout out to my nigga Abso. And Abso used to take me to the little lounges and shit when they used to be rapping, and I met Fat Ray, and then I end up meeting Styles over Ray House. So we were chopping it up, whatever the case may be. And I don't know what kind of loft or some shit we was at somebody's house. And I think I might have saw you before. I'm not sure. But down the line, we end up working at the same job. And then everything just came combined. Like, damn, you know him? And whoop, 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 whoop.
40 ball.
Hey, man, they suing everybody at ACS too. I don't know for those who didn't know, watch out for these telemarketers, ladies and gentlemen, because they full of boop. They're going to try to take your money, hang up on their ass. That's off the subject, though. But, so y'all all just decided to get to, so y'all just said messed around and went into the studio together. How did y'all know that y'all, like, the chemistry was just like, okay, I can dig it? Because I've been in a group before, and it takes a long time for y'all to find chemistry, though. You know what I'm saying?
You're definitely right, because like in the beginning, like it was more so we were all jockeying for position on beats. Like if you can tell, we was like, everybody wanted to have the best verse, and to the point where I honestly can say this, I got tired of competing. Like, man, I'm about to keep competing with y'all. Like, meaning it sounds good. It's good that we're still sharpening steel, but in the process, it's kind of like I kind of fell back into like the groove where I would start creating. When I started creating solo music, I had like more of a melody. So from going in competition on tracks, I went on my own. I went into more of a melodic, or start catering to different parts that wasn't being addressed. Like, meaning we all are lyricists, but like we have to have what do you want to go? You have to have a recipe for the songs and shit like that. So I think it was when we got with like Smiley. Smiley was a program director for 105.9 at the time, but she was also she's also a Detroit legend. She got the song Smiley, but I'm not friendly for the simple fact that it's just not in me. That's Smiley. She literally took us under her wing, and like we started, we became uncomfortable. And what I mean by being uncomfortable is that we were comfortable being lyricists, but she made us start putting in the song form to where like it was more jingly, if that makes sense. And it wasn't even jingly, it was more so less us opening and using our voice as an instrument. Because all we were doing was just rapping. We had like an hour, we putting changing the pitches and different octaves and shit like that in our songs and better hooks.
Important. That's important.
Exactly.
Because it's one thing to just get on the track and rap. Like you can freestyle all day, but it's to make a song is totally different. It's totally different.
Big old facts.
So I did want to since you here, man, could you talk to the artists out there in the audience, let them know the importance of self-promotion, because you are one of the most self-promoted people I've ever met, bro. This dude used to do it all. Like he'd set up a venue and do everything, and I used to just sit on the side and watch him. He write down the artists who come in, who on the book, what he got to pay the DJ. Like he put all that. He would just promote himself, bro. It was amazing, man. So tell the people the importance of self-promotion.
First and foremost, before I get into the importance of self-promotion, I hated the fact that I had to do everything. Like at the boy, I was hosting the event. I was patting it down
when he described it,
bruh. Because he used to be all over the place. Like, whoa,
collecting the CDs. I got 1,000 females in there, all there to see me. All my friends end up taking them because like I had no time for none of them. But in the long run, like it all worked out because like a lot of people who didn't know me, one, got a chance to see my work ethic and like, you know what I'm saying, in first person. You saw me bouncing around like that. Like, damn, this nigga, you know what I'm saying, that I had a strong audience too. I still have a strong audience, but I got a strong pull. Like, meaning I got a lot of people who want to be a part of my platform. So at the time I had people who want to come out, and then amongst the people who saw me in my natural habitat, they got a chance to see my work ethic, like how well my resources, my network, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much from that particular point, it became like, let me fuck with Moe Dirdee. Moe Dirdee is like one of those people that I need around. But more importantly, I was able to understand at an early age that ain't nobody gonna promote you if you ain't gonna promote you. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, why am I gonna help? Like, I was busting my ass, like, and people was able to see me busting my ass, and it was a one-man army. They're like, man, this nigga is working his ass off. Let me help this nigga. That type of thing. Like, meaning, let me see how I can help, because like I know he can do. I saw with my own eyes he need help. That type of thing. But that's where it started at. But as far as like pushing my own project, as far as reaching out to people, showing up where I need to show up at. Regardless to me having to be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, I was out to like 5:30 in the morning at times, and then get a couple of energy drinks and go straight to work. But it had to be done if it had to be done, I had to do it. That was nothing else to it. Like, meaning there was no minutes. There was no procrastinating. There was no sitting down like, yeah, I got to go do this in a little bit. Once I found out what I had to do, I got up off my ass and I went and did it.
Quality minutes. Making every minute count, man.
That's right. Hey, man. So I mean, I hear you was just grinding consistently. Like, so what would you tell these young kids, man? Or not young kids, but just new artists who are looking to get into the industry? Like, what advice would you give them as somebody who's been doing it for a while?
I would say focus on your focus. Like, don't get distracted by like what you think is now. What you think is right now. Don't get distracted by that. Like, meaning right now ain't gonna be here forever. Like, you know, tomorrow is old. I mean, tomorrow is going to be old in 24 hours. So it's kind of, it's more so like you have to plan. You have to keep your own, be you. Like, why would you be somebody else? Who going to be you if you be somebody else? That type of thing. Come on, so it's kind of, you have to find.
Yeah. It ain't even Sunday. It ain't even Sunday. He preaching right now. Come on, man.
I got the collection plate ready.
Right. You gotta relax. He over there spitting that motherfucking shit right now. Talk to him, bro.
That's how you say.
Go ahead.
And that's the best I can say is be you, because like regardless of when you discovered the body of work that the collection, your catalog, regardless of when it's discovered, it's new to the person that finally found it. It's brand new to them. That doesn't mean they're not gonna spend no money with you. That doesn't mean they're not gonna meaning it's new to them. So it's a new time, it's a new opportunity for you to sell yourself, present yourself. Like you got a catalog full of stuff that may have worked a little bit, may not have worked, but once that new fan or believer presents itself, what songs work already. Not saying discard or discredit the other songs, but you got opportunity to reload. You got your reloads, like push your reloads. You know what I'm saying? I know I may sound like I'm speaking in code, but I literally feel like if you know how to focus on what you really want, the distractions won't be there. Like, and you'll know what your calling is.
This nigga is going bananas tonight.
So that last piece, you kind of talked about like, you got an audience member, or you got somebody in your audience who just feels something. Like at that point, you're just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna replicate that because that's what's hidden and that's what people are feeling from me. Was that correct? Did I get that right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the beginning of the wave. Like depending on how many, like, because that's all. Music is just experiments. Like meaning you experiment with your feelings, but it's in the beginning it's for you. But then the experiment is when you let other people hear it, and when you let other people hear it, that's when it becomes like, do you like this or no? And they'll give you the feedback. So then it becomes a percentage, based off percentage. Like 60% of the people say this is a song that they will rock to or slide to, or 40% didn't like it. So you might as well go with the 60%. Not discredit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he talking business right now. That's
yes,
that's business 101 right there.
That's 101 right there, man. So all the percentages, man.
Air horn that.
It's analytics, bro. That's what that is. You gotta go with what works, man.
Gotta go with what works, bro. And then be different afterwards.
Original.
Go with what works first.
Yeah.
And then
try your Go ahead, Speed.
I believe like every day we're learning, and every day, we're getting better. What's something that you've learned recently that's just been like, oh yeah, I'm glad I know this right now.
One thing that I know now, and I wish I wouldn't have took so much time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like I should have been working a regular job years ago. Like I have a skill. I was taught how to fish at an early age. And like, I literally put that aside for music when I could have been running along. I could have been running parallel where I could have been using my money from work to invest into my craft musically, because I sat around waiting musically for handouts at one particular point. So, and I needed money. And that's when I started promoting parties. That's when I started pushing my hustle hand. Like, as far as like whatever I was doing, it was to replace the fact that I didn't have a job. But then when I did get the earnings, it wasn't enough for what I needed to do, pay bills, like, you know what I'm saying, collect clothing or like go out, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do everything off the money that I was doing. I mean, off the money that I was generating. So it became a strain. So when I started working, it definitely made me feel at ease, because like, a lot of the money that I was setting aside, or it made my confidence feel a lot different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not having to depend on anybody else, or not having to depend on anybody to help me get my situation, as far as like music or things like that, like tools that are needed through music. And that was at the early stage. Like, meaning, like I say, I was taught how to cook around 1998. 98. I was taught how to cook.
You a sous chef?
Like, all my uncles are cooks. I mean, chefs. All of my uncles are chefs. Okay. So,
hey, Auntie. Shout out to Auntie Kim.
Music anymore. Yeah, my Auntie Kim go crazy cooking too. She definitely go crazy cooking.
Jesus Christ. Hey man, off the subject though. Shout out to you selling out with your vinyls. You know what I'm saying? You getting your vinyl joints up with the Project Moe Dirdee. You feel me? Hey, all man,
right, appreciate it.
Hey, hold on, before you move on, I got like, how did the vinyl game like come back? I mean, I feel like more people are selling more.
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question.
And like, how did that come about?
The thing about it is vinyl never went anywhere. It's an audience for like vinyl. It's still an audience for CDs. You know what I'm saying? So people tend to go with the trends and they forget about the audience. Like regardless of how many is there, that's still a sale. Like if you put it in street principles, regardless if people want a couple of $5 bags here and you used to getting like selling eights and stuff like that, those are still sales. Like you got to collect all your purchases. Like, you know what I'm saying? People be like, hey, I got money for you over here. Regardless of how little it is, go get your money. That all add up. Like, you know what I'm saying? The CD sales, the streams, the vinyl. But back to the vinyl, it's a huge audience for the vinyl. And to where like the DJ, shout out to DJ House Shoes, and the producer who I did the project with is Moe Dirdee, Dirt Beats, out there in Burbank, California. When we put it together, it's a huge market for vinyl out in LA. A very huge, just like meaning like, and it's a whole bunch of lyricists. Like they love lyrics out there to where that audience out there, but then it's people sprinkled all around the city. It's in Detroit, like all around. You'll never know until you get the vinyl, like I got a vinyl. And then people just start coming out the woodworks based off of my network. Like, you know, I got thousands of friends and followers on social media. So once I posted that I had it, people start coming up, man, I need that vinyl. I need that vinyl. I had no idea you still rock with vinyl.
Where the fuck are people getting all these vinyl players? Where the fuck are they finding them? Everybody's not a DJ.
Amazon, Walmart. I just got one the other day.
Cause I was confused. Cause
my pops got one from Amazon. Yeah.
See, okay. See, cause my mama used to have one of them joints, man, back in the day. But I'm like, everybody buying these vinyls are coming out with vinyl. What are they playing them on? Are they just having it just to have it? Like, I ain't know. That was a great question right there, because I really want to know that too. Like, where the hell did it come from?
They still got them vinyls.
Cars don't even have CD players no more. That's all I'm saying. Where they playing CD? Huh?
When the last time you seen a payphone?
Probably when I went to Vegas.
For real?
I think so. It was like on the old strip over there on Fremont or some shit, bro. Somebody had a payphone over there.
Movie. That was the last time. Last time I saw one.
Nigga run in the rain to get into the payphone. Hello? Did the drop come through?
You know, since this is a question for everybody, you know, I feel like, you know, Detroit hip hop is unique, right? Amongst other, I think regionally, like, you know, different places got different styles. Like, what do you think makes Detroit hip hop unique and or different, or, you know, different from other regional sounds?
I think our culture is just so diverse and different that the fact that people, when they actually like artists, they be talking their pain, you know what I'm saying? They really get to talk about what's around them in Detroit. Like in Detroit, you can, it's I ain't gonna say it's not hard to be a rapper or to just express it, but if you just, Detroit got so much going on that people cling to it. Like, I don't know, like even if you live out of town now, both of y'all live out of town now. As soon as y'all got there, you told them y'all niggas was from Detroit. They're like, oh, you know, it just,
what?
They showed you love. Like, oh, right. Like, you from Detroit? Oh, either you a criminal or you cool as hell. That's how they looking at you. That's how they looking at you.
My first year down here, I told this older white gentleman that I was from Detroit. He told me, oh, I heard there's a gang problem out there. Like, wait a minute, sir. Relax.
A gang problem.
A gang problem.
You might have heard about that in Chicago, but
watching way too many documentaries, sir.
We just have a violent problem. We have an unemployment problem. That's what we have up here.
Yeah. Anyhow, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. But what makes it unique? The Detroit sound, the Detroit, you know, music.
I think Moetown had a big part of it too.
I think me personally, I think it's got a lot to do with how close knit most of the up and coming artists of Detroit are currently, to where like meaning if you know it's like a huge wave right now, but it's kind of like everyone in Detroit, there's a Detroit sound. We don't sound like anybody else, first and foremost. So it's kind of like, but it's kind of like it's a street fueled motivation. Not even motivation. It's a street fueled sound to where like a while ago, it was mainly just rappers. Now you got real street niggas that can actually rap, that are making songs, that are investing into their craft to where they're putting their stuff out. And what they're doing is they're taking it to the spots where other street influenced individuals be at, to where now they present their music to that audience. They get the females to dance to it, and it becomes a culture. It's become a culture, like to where everybody that's here dresses pretty much like the Detroit dress code.
Because a lot of people from down, a lot of people down there are from Detroit now. People have been migrating. Detroit people have been migrating their asses off.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Vegas, Cali, they just been getting out here, man. And we trendsetters too, you know. So it's like,
and we whooping people too.
Oh,
everywhere we go, we ain't taking we
everywhere.
We're whooping everything, bro.
Quick too. Don't get out of line. Please don't get out of line.
You know, once the pandemic is over, something that y'all got to check out, man. I went to the Imported from Detroit picnic out in DC. It's a solid venue, just like folks over in the DC tri-state area that are originally from the city or originally from surrounding areas. You know, they get like the weekend after 4th of July. Definitely something we got to hit up, man.
Hey, man, I'm with it. Shit, don't offer me a good time. Shit, we'll slide. But like you say, with the, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying with the all these people unifying. Like, I like where Detroit music is right now. Like,
I definitely like where it's at.
Like my man Sada, baby. I just like his creativity. I don't care what he say. It's just the fact that he has enough confidence, enough swagoo just to put it out there, dog. That's why I like him, because he be talking bananas. Like Sada be talking nuts for no reason.
He do.
You know what I'm saying? And he's setting a trend, because I see a lot of other rappers now trying to get a little bit like they stepping out their element. You know, they're putting more personality into their shit. You know what I'm saying? And
big facts.
I didn't see that until Sada. Like Vezo, he's still doing his thing. No, I can't even hate on him either. Vezo doing his thing too out there in the city, man.
I think Detroit has been like kind of the head of the curve. And that's why I asked that question about like Detroit being overlooked, because I think Detroit has been ahead of the curve in a lot of different areas, because, you know, M made it cool to rap, like, you know what I'm saying? M, Royce, like, you know, D12, you know.
Big Sean too, shoot.
Made it cool to like rap, you know what I'm saying? They were pin pushers, as you say, you know, and even now, like you said, like you hear cats sounding like Sada, in that cadence, you know, how these dudes ride the beat in a different way. So, Detroit is ahead of the curve, man. I think sometimes I overlook.
I say that I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
But why they overlook us as far as music go, but they don't overlook us as far as like style and shit go? Like, cause they know, like every person who comes to Detroit know Detroit be fresh as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know how to coordinate.
Why?
Yeah. Why? Like, why they be horners?
Because we were depicted as a violent city.
Mm-hmm.
So they're foremost, they're not like before the internet, to where you can just like how people are communicating over the internet now. Before it was they had to come to Detroit. When nobody coming to Detroit, it's a possibility they're gonna get robbed. That's how they looking at it. It's a possibility they would get robbed, shot, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like how it was like, if no fly zone, they're thinking about all these different things. So it's kind of like, why go to Detroit?
You know what I'm
saying? I'm walking.
But see, like, I think that that's a part of it for sure, is because for a while, like, it was tough. It was tough to show up in Detroit if you weren't from around here, you know. But I think also a part of it is, you know, Detroit is smack dab between the Chicago on this side, and then you got like New York City over here on this side, like, and we're not the biggest city between those two, because, you know, during the 80s and 90s, it was dangerous to go to New York. Like, it was dangerous to go in the Bronx or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
But they still got love in the same way. So I think it might be the location, but, you know, definitely Detroit has been trendsetters for a long time, man. I'm still seeing cats from out of town wear buffs here down in North Carolina. Cats walking around with buffs on.
It's a lot of fake buffs out here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we go put that in perspective right now. Detroit was
off your face.
Detroit was the first place that had real buffs, not these fake Amazon bitches. Okay, we had buffs.
Put this in perspective. So I'm locked up in Jackson, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And dude asked me where I'm from. I told him Detroit. He was like, "Oh, I was locked up with a nigga from Detroit in here a while ago. Detroit stand for don't even try and run or I'm telling." I said, "Nigga, what?
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa.
That's not how you start a conversation.
God.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
I think this conversation is over, sir. We don't need to talk.
Exactly.
Fuck away from me. What?
No. He said this was the dude that I was talking to was from Saginaw. He said, I met a Detroit dude down here. He was telling on everybody. So Detroit must mean don't even try and run or I'm telling. I was like, wow.
Saginaw, you got a lot of nerve.
I was like, first and foremost, first and foremost, you came up with that off the cusp. Like you just came up with that acronym just now.
Your city nickname is the Sag Nasty.
Nasty. You from the nasty?
You from the nasty, bruh.
I ain't gonna lie. Real niggas in Saginaw, bro.
It is.
Rest in peace, Charles Rogers, man.
Damn.
What's up?
Not from
you doing this Zoom and
this guy going live and we on a full podcast. We got what up, though? Dirtball gonna keep it dirty no matter what, man. Hey, man. So I got a question too, Dirt. What was your favorite project you put together? From start to finish. Like, what was the one that you put like, that's this my one right here. This is the one that, yeah.
I want to say either post game the Chains Project or
you can't pick three.
Oh, I'm down. Trying to narrow it down. Oh man.
You talk about the market excellence change joint?
Mm-hmm. The one that got Don't Worry on there.
That's my shit, bro. Hey, that's still my shit right there, dog.
I'm gonna say Dirdee Moetown. I'm gonna say Dirdee Moetown. Yeah.
I'm glad you
and
said
why?
That,
and why?
You say what?
And why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of different personality that I was not able to express prior to that. I wasn't able to express the personality that I presented on that project in any of the Wolfpack projects, any of my earlier projects. That particular project, I was seasoned. I had a fueled motivation. Like a lot of the song, there was a couple of beats on there. I think probably like 4 to 6 beats on there that I was targeting Black Milk because like Black Milk, I reached out to him and I wanted to build with him at the time. Mm-hmm. And like he had me on the back burner. I get it now at this particular point. I'm looking at it like, damn, he ain't even reaching back. You know what? I'm like Marv passed me some some Black Milk did a purple tape with all Prince beats, like Prince samples. And I snatched like 4 to 6 of those and just went crazy on them. And I sent them to him, and like I got his attention immediately. You're like, yo, this is some fire, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put it that some of those songs is on the Dirdee Moetown project, but it was a couple of songs where I got a chance to, like, I used my voice as an instrument as far as just like harmonizing and like different vocal strings, utilizing that shit, bro. Like, man, it was special for me in a lot of different moments because I had put together from the beginning to the end of it a cohesive project that I was able to reach out to other artists, utilize a few of my resources, and actually put it together, set up the studio time, get them there, get it mixed and mastered from the front to the end of the project. And I put it together. I actually put together the liner notes, like how the song, how the energy was good. Like the energy was perfect from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? All the way throughout, and it finished off straight too. So that's why I say that project was that for me.
I'm glad you said that, because I was gonna say the same thing. Like you was talking about how like you was using your voice as kind of an instrument. I was thinking about what you did on what's the song, Whatever. We could do it however. Like that was
shout out to my nigga Ty Ferris, man.
Yeah. And so I got a quick story. I got a quick story about Dirdee Moetown. Yeah.
Whatever, nigga. That's my shit.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know so Mo, you may not remember this. Like I came over your crib with Greg one time. It was a minute ago, man. We were there Friday, and
sounds about right.
Right. You was putting on and you was putting on music, and you always go to people's house and they play music, or I knew a bunch of dudes who rapped and did music, and you'd be like, oh, okay. Like, yeah,
that was the Monterey house. Yeah, that was Dirdee Moetown he was banging in.
Yeah, he was banging Dirdee Moetown, and I'm
banging that Dirdee Moetown.
To myself, I'm like, dog, this is straight. Like,
I was actually at the studio where they made Whatever.
And we was on the out, and I was like, fam. I was like, fam, you got another one? You got a copy of this right here? I bought the boy for $10.
Did you?
Yes,
he did. For $10 on right there. He was like, I don't have no other copies but this one. And you just gave me the one that you was playing in the player.
Right there.
I was like,
we was all sitting at the table, nigga. We was all at the table chilling. Yep, right at the table. You was banging that shit.
Yes, indeed. I was down here in North Carolina banging it.
Hey, that's my shit too, though. Dirdee Moetown. You went here.
My clothes said, what up?
Ooh,
your clothes.
Come on, man. On my bedroom floor.
My bedroom floor.
That's when Dirt was in love and shit.
I like what you did with the Obama sample with block for block.
Block by block.
Block by block.
Brick by brick.
Yeah, that was a classic, bitch, man. That was a classic album, bro. That's a classic, man. Game Time is one for me. I like Game Time too. I don't fuck what they talk about. That's when you got to I don't give a fuck about nothing more. Like, nigga, fuck what they talking about. That is one of my daily drive songs. Ladies and gentlemen, Google fuck what they talking about by Moe Dirdee. It's gonna get you through your Monday through Wednesday attitudes, bro. Cause
listen, audience, people listening, listen. Just go listen to Dirdee Moetown. Go listen to the discography, man. You know, Spotify. Go listen to the music, man. It's fire, bro. Like, we're not gonna have anybody who weak on here, so definitely go check it out.
Hard work, Hall of Famer, man.
It's a dope joint. Let me ask you, man. With us losing X, I think, shout out to Versus, because Versus gave us an opportunity to appreciate X, right before, right before he passed. Who right now do you want to would you say we need to give them roses? What hip hop artists do we need to give roses to that we don't often do, before they pass? We don't want to wait till they pass, but who are those folks?
Folks that doesn't get their roses,
or who you want to give roses, who may not get the roses, who you just shout out right now and be like, we don't want to wait till these people pass before we start really,
One, Black Rob.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know Black Rob.
He's sick, man. I'm praying for him, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Lady Boss from Detroit. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with her. Boss is, it's not that she's doing bad, like, health-wise or anything like that, but I honestly feel like she was one of the first females on the forefront for Detroit that nobody even, like, by her being like an older artist, like from the beginning of Detroit. But I mean, Blade is an older artist, like, but Blade still gets recognized. But a lot of the females from then, like even Smiley. But I'm just saying, like, what's her name? Boss. She literally, I saw her at a club at an open mic, and nobody even knew who she was. And it was kind of like, how awkward is that? How awkward is it that you don't know who this female is? And she laid the way for it. She made it possible. She quite possibly made it possible for us to have spots to go at open mics too in the city. for us to be inspired for our own open mics and stuff like that. But I say her, I say Razzcast.
Ooh.
I say Red Man, Method Man.
Definitely.
I say,
Definitely. Oh, they got a versus coming up next too.
No.
They do?
Yeah, man. I can't wait for the Red Meth boy. Red was my nigga, dog. Shit. Red used to go crazy.
Red still, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Like people who I say need their roses. I'm gonna say one Freeway.
Okay.
I was gonna say Freeman.
That nigga Free need his roses, man. I'm gonna say we here to give you your roses already and shit. You and Marv, y'all already solidified in the Hall of Fame and shit. I'm going to say Missy Elliott.
Fact. Big facts.
Busta Rhymes.
Got a crazy discography.
no lies.
You feel me? Like
I say no.
Not a lot of people want to see her in a versus, man.
At all. It gotta be somebody who I don't even see nobody.
Who?
Beyonce. You gotta bring out Beyonce.
And Missy might tear her ass up. I don't know if Beyonce want to step in that ring.
Nah, yeah, maybe.
Man, Beyonce and the Beehive, bro.
I know the Beehive. Yeah, the Beehive gonna be behind her though. But minus the Beehive.
But we talking 20 songs against 20 songs. Like I think they got a pretty comparable.
That'd be a good one though. Jeez.
Right there, bro. That's a slug.
Oh yes. That's a slobber knocker. That's
a bar fight right there.
Right, when you throw a nigga out of bar.
Hagler Hearns.
Jeez, that'd be amazing. What y'all think, audience? Comment below, man. What y'all think about Beyonce and Missy Elliott?
Missy, for sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What you about to say?
No, I was just gonna get my person.
Oh, yeah, get your person.
Twista. I don't think we shout out Twista for like coming in and rapping the way he rapped and like kind of changing things up a little bit. I definitely appreciate Twista.
Guinness World Records,
bro.
Yeah, and also Adrenaline Rush. We don't talk enough about Adrenaline Rush, man.
That was a great joint right there. Hey, dog, because Twista has some good CDs.
Bad Nurses.
Hey, he has some good CDs, man. Especially when he got to Rockefeller, man. He has some good CDs. Yeah, Twista wasn't nothing to sleep on, man. But they were talking about we were talking about the verses. What the fuck I was about to say about the verses? Because it's supposed to be a rematch, and I think it might be. I think they're gonna do a rematch between Twista and Swiss Beats again. I think so. They haven't announced it all the way.
Timbaland and Swiss Beats.
Yeah, Timbaland, Swiss Beats. Who y'all taking?
Timbaland.
I give it to Timbaland because I think he did music for way more genres. Like he did like some Timberlake, some Justin Timberlake, some pop and some hip hop and R&B. Like he did a lot of different genres. So depends on what you're looking for too.
I think he might. I take that back. I think Swiss might get it. He might pull a cheat code and start playing DMX songs.
Oh yeah. Man. Oh baby.
The last 10 songs is X songs.
All X albums. Oh.
Yep.
He is light skinned. He might pull that stuff move, man. Come on, Swiss. Don't do that.
Do what works for you, bro. One of the 48 laws of power is always trust your enemy totally.
But at the same token, to get him to relieve some pressure, Jadakiss was playing some X songs in his battle before he passed away. So,
I was getting Jadakiss drunk for months, bro. I was telling him, I'm about to get Jadakiss drunk.
Yes, sir.
With the yellow shirt on, with the banana boy on.
Lemon.
Sheesh.
Mo, I'll be changing subjects like this, but you ever think about battling again, or are you still battling?
I'm not battling currently, but I do think about battling, but it's mainly more so like I think the space that I'm in won't allow me to go back into the pattern of how I used to handle things. Because I used to do everything. Like I would battle, I would set up, I would negotiate my own battles. I won't allow myself to go back to that space to where I have to be responsible solely for everything because I got too much going on currently to where it won't allow me to just like focus on that particular situation 100%. So in the process, like we're not focusing on it 100%, I would need like, somebody to not do the work for me, to work with me, to partner up as far as like targeting certain areas that I want to go reach out to and let them know exactly what I want as far as just like negotiating. And then just like, let it be. But in the process, like, I don't think I have the time or the patience to just like go to do the research and just like follow down the path of how I used to do things pretty much as far as just like booking battles. Like, I think I missed out on a lot of money is what I'm saying. Like, I know for a fact in business, you don't get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate. And I think I may have sold myself short a couple of business ventures like in the past. So going forward, me moving out here to Vegas and putting a couple of different things in place for me that were like, I know how to handle a few certain things, well, not handle a few certain things, but I conduct myself a certain way. I'm not about to backtrack and go back to doing things the way I used to. I would have to find a team, put it like that, because that requires a team.
Yeah, well, I gotta go back, children. You don't get what you're worth. You get what you negotiated. Did that
exactly. A lot of people be out here thinking they worth X, Y, Z. But regardless to you thinking you worth that, like you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get what you negotiate.
This guy been dropping bombs since he got out here, man. He don't care about nothing today, man. Jeez, OP.
Well, I probably ain't here for that. I'm trying to tell you. I ain't even trying to tell you. I'm here to care. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to give it to you how you supposed to have it.
I want to battle, man. I want to do a battle. I don't even know why. I want to battle somebody, man.
Thinking about throwing a battle, if anything. I'll throw a battle.
Put me in
that
it.
way, like
put me in it. Put me in that motherfucker, man.
Please, Yak, tell me what
please.
Your battle is. I will be the first thing smoking.
Dog, oh God, man. Let me get one battle in, Dirt. Let me get one battle, man.
First off, I'm gonna put you up against somebody named Pepsi. It's gonna be Yak versus Pepsi.
Ain't no mix. You know what I'm saying? We don't mix the Yak. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm gonna get on his ass.
When you were battling, I always want to ask this question. When you were battling and you were preparing to battle, was there ever a line that you was like, oh, I'm gonna kill him with this, and it just didn't land? And the second question is, you was like, and you put together another line, and it hit harder than you thought it would. Like, pause. But you know what I'm saying? Like, did you?
No, I get it. Did I? No. I honestly with Detroit battle rap, like, we take pride in not letting other battle rapper go out of town butt naked. What I mean by butt naked, meaning like we strap each other up for armor. Well, like, meaning strap each other up for war. Like, we not bounce ideas. We out, like, there'll be a Detroit battle rapper going out of town, and like, you know what I'm saying, he'll let me hear something. He'll let me hear what he got, to where I'm going to genuinely give him my response. I'm going to give you my full undivided attention, and I'm on attention. And what he'll do is he'll go to multiple Detroit battle artists, and 9 times out of 10, they get the same reaction at the same point. So you know what's really going to hit. And if it's like a bar that slept on it, you already ran it by multiple battle rappers. If it didn't hit, well, this ain't going to do it in the room. We might not do it in the room. But to segue into the second part of what you were saying, being in the room and like writing something that hits that you didn't expect to hit is damn near expected. Because like, depending on how, like, that's what Marv meant by like, regardless if it's a room full of people or one person in the room, perform like, you know what I'm saying, it's a room full of people. You have to do the same thing with your bars, like, meaning whether it's a nursery rhyme or not, you need to be in a person's face like, nigga, Mary had a little lamb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make them believe it. It's like, woo, shit. He said Mary had a little lamb.
Yep.
That type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you got to sell it. It's just about how you sell it, regardless to, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless to it being minute or like the biggest bar ever. But like, you know what I'm saying? You make the smallest bar seem like the biggest bars ever. And it's all entertainment at the end of the day. Because that's what they're looking to do.
Hey man, shout out to all the Detroit rappers, man. Marv, Quest, X Factor, Calico, Clean Paper. Like, if I forgot somebody, Miles.
Up for them niggas, man.
Fellas, man. Like that 2009, 2010, like it was fire on URL, man, when we saw some Detroit rappers.
And everywhere we went, we were well protected because them, hey, they knew what was happening. Dog, New York,
you gotta say that.
Chicago, all y'all knew what was what. When we got out there, it was a scuffle. I remember it was a scuffle. I don't know who was battling that day. We was in Manhattan.
I remember. We was in Manhattan. You talking about when T-Rex got knocked out and the bag of weed fell out of his pocket?
No, that's the second time. That's the second time because you were guap that time.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time it was me, you, Clem, and Marv, and we out there chilling. I think Miles might have been better. I don't know, man. But somebody in the club ended up fighting or tussling or whatever the case may be. Somebody got on the microphone and say, "Hey, Detroit, y'all good?" We like, yep.
We got a temperature check. We just got to make sure we know how this night is going to end.
They knew, bro. They knew. Shout out to my nigga Hollow to Die, man. I was out there with him, dog. He was trying to get us lit, but I ain't mess with no lean either. I was like, no, I'm sorry.
Hollow that guy.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Detroit energy is different, man. One of my favorite moments is it was a Calico against Suge, and who was it? Who stepped up, and then Moe stepped up. Like it was
Moe wanted to. Side story behind that. Moe wanted to beat him up for a long time. He wanted to beat up Suge.
No, it was Arsenal who stepped up, but
Arsenal,
I didn't. Like, you know, like Arsenal stepped up. Like the crazy part about it, Arsenal stepped up, and I stepped up, and then when the camera panned back to Arsenal, he had his head down.
Because Arsenal knew what time it was. This ain't Jersey, boy.
And Suge was talking greasy in that battle too.
That didn't sit well with a lot of people when we came back.
A lot, bro. A lot. Like I never seen it like that. Like that dude pushed a button that shouldn't have been pushed because he started talking about proof and all them, and not knowing that, bro, we want to really touch you up. Like you, hey, fuck this battle shit. If we see you in the building, you have to get touched. To be like honest, they want.
No, to be honest, bro, like I'll say that was like the rookie. That like meaning going out of town. That was like the rookie freshman / sophomore years of me going out of town. Like me as like one of the juniors and seniors of the shit. Like not even being involved in it, but being around it. I can tell what's at that particular point. I couldn't tell that it was just more so like just entertainment or just rap. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell that. So like, but now like
he was ready.
Now it's more like, you know, you understand that they're just pushing buttons just to get a rise or just for shock value or just for the TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't resonate as much as it did then. Like, meaning back then, I remember just thinking to myself, like, okay, so Cal ain't moved, Marv ain't moved, so this just must be cool, huh?
Yeah, this
not
even
even
all right,
cool. Like, no, not even all right, but more so like, okay, I felt the specific kind of way, but I'm not about to fuck the battle up, that type of thing. I'm here to support Cal. So it's not like I'm gonna come to support Cal, and then you say something about my nigga, and then like I'm like, I had to run it back in my mind. Did he just say what I think he said? That type of shit. To where like
he was looking around like, hey, nobody gonna say nothing. Nobody doing
nothing. Am I the only one about to beat him up? I'm about to beat this dude up.
It was more so like if anything, I would have waited to after the battle, that type of thing. like I didn't understand at that point. That's why I said I was at the freshman or the sophomore years of me traveling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, meaning then again, it was like 5 of us out there versus the whole city of New York, pretty much. That's how I was looking at it too.
Yeah, you gotta
Shout
count
out
those
to Cal
numbers
for
up.
putting that moment, because he put that in his battle. He talked about that moment when he did battle Arsenal. Didn't he? He was like, oh man, I forgot the line. But he had mentioned like when Moe stepped up.
Arsenal stepped up and backed up, and when he saw Moe doing the same.
Yeah. Cal tore his ass up in Detroit.
Shout out to my nigga Cal, man. Shout out to my nigga Cal.
Shout out to Arsenal too, bro. Like Arsenal cool.
Yeah,
like,
I fuck with ours.
Yeah. No disrespect to him, like, man, like meaning like we had our moments where again, like he did exactly what he was supposed to do. And I did exactly what I was supposed to do. So I can't be mad at him for, like, you know what I'm saying, coming to his man age. It's just like it was nothing, but it was mainly more so like, okay, you support that nigga, I support this nigga. That's where I stand at, that's where you stand at. Make a move. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pushing chess pieces at this particular point, but that's the pawn right there. Like, this is a motherfucking knight right here. This motherfucker hand out L's. Motherfucker, you better back up, boy.
See, I look at like Arsenal, like even in the battle rap. Battle rap to me is kind of like WWF.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm going back to the F. Fuck E. I'm going to WWF with it because you know what I'm saying. The villain had to be the villain, no matter whatever the stakes may be. Because that's why I'm here. Because I was here to be the villain. So they had to talk their shit just to get a spur out of it. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing though, you get fucked up out here trying to be a villain, bro. You got to relax. Make sure you know what you say and how it ain't what you say, it's how you say certain things. And people don't be caring out here. You in a battle, people getting drunk. You can't be saying certain stuff, especially in somebody else's city. And come on, you got to relax.
You got to relax, bro.
Got to relax, man.
I'm going to make it hard for you. Pause. Got to talk to normal.
Whoa. Jeez. Wait a minute.
I remember my cousin. My cousin was at the what is it? The MGM hotel, bro. My cousin come out this bitch, and we here, and he say, "Man, is that Triple X?" So I look. I mean, not Triple X, but Triple H. That's Triple H. And I look. I'm like, nigga, that is Triple H. Triple H on the phone though. He on the phone. I'm only bringing this up because you said you brought up WWF.
It's time to play the game.
He on the phone. So my cousin was like, I think I'm about to go ask him for some WrestleMania ticket. I let me, you better leave that man alone. You like, fuck that. Like, he like this on the way walking to him. I'm about to ask him. And then he was like, excuse me, Triple X goes right into full character. First of all, I'm on the phone. Second of all, you're not going to WrestleMania. I was like, oh my God, I don't need to go to WrestleMania anymore. I don't need to go.
Say you're not going to WrestleMania.
He said it just like that, bro. He said it just like that, bro.
Yo, it was enough for me. Relax.
First of all, I'm on the phone. Second of all, you're not going to WrestleMania. Oh, that sucks. He just hurt his whole pride. Like, damn, I'm really not going to WrestleMania. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you feel when you walk away from that conversation? Like, you can't run up on him.
Accomplished. Like, bro, like that was the like, yes, he gave you a moment for the rest of your life.
Oh, okay. I still would have been embarrassed though. Like, damn, Triple H, that's how you feel? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I
kicked him in the stomach and stunned his ass.
Like, hey man, hey. Think about watching WWF back in the day. Who did the best promos, man? You know, when they did the promos, and Mean Gene was interviewing. Who did the best promos, bro?
Macho Man and
Macho Man. I was about to say Macho Man.
Remember when they was about to shake hands?
So much power.
You know, Mean Gene. Oh, that was Hulk Hogan.
Elizabeth. Yeah, but hey, he used to hold Elizabeth. Like, who told you to talk? Go over there. You're like, wait a minute, Macho. Not the mega power.
Definitely.
Oh, I take that back. The fucking GOAT, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Oh,
the fuck?
That nigga's
and Virgil. Him and Virgil.
That nigga said, I know how many
And
diamonds.
Mr. Perfect.
I need more diamonds. This not enough diamonds in my belt. What are you telling me? Sir, we're not done yet. No, I need more diamonds.
Rick fucking Flair.
Oh, you can't. Yeah.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT when it comes to promos. Yeah.
Ric Flair used to get on my nerves, man. He used to get on my nerves because he was just too flamboyant. Woo, woo.
That's the word. And if you don't like it, so what?
Hey, damn that, man.
Flying, kiss stealing.
I'm throwing my nigga Dwayne Johnson in this conversation.
Yes, you can.
Because The Rock used to, this nigga one time say, look, The Rock's going to walk down to the people's ring, walk up to a jabroni. Hey, how you doing? He's like, all right. Probably embarrass him on TV. What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is. You're like, hold The Rock's glasses, jabroni. Just come on, man. The Rock ain't give a fuck about nothing, bro.
Definitely.
He did not give a fuck.
Yeah, my top three, definitely Macho, definitely Ric Flair, and strong third is The Rock and Hulkster, man. You gotta.
The Hulkster with the vitamins, man. No one let's shoot them steroids.
Listen, to segue off of that, who are the top three wrestling managers?
My nigga, Mr. Fuji.
Paul Bearer, man.
Paul Bearer and what was that little black nigga with the Jerry curl used to wear the suit?
Oh.
You remember that? I used to be managing niggas like the Junkyard Dog. No, he ain't better Junkyard. Who the fuck was my man? Oh my God. It was the early night.
You gotta throw Jimmy Hart in there. Jimmy Hart?
Fuck Jimmy Hart. I'm talking about what the fuck.
The South? The mouth of the South? What you mean?
No,
with the tennis racket? Y'all forgetting about classy Freddie Blassie. I mean, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I couldn't stand Bobby the Brain. I couldn't stand Bobby the Brain, man. He was a hoe.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bobby the Brain was what the fuck was my man name? This nigga used to have a goddamn Jerry curl. Oh my God, I can't think of.
He used to manage Booker T and them.
Yeah. No, Scary Sherry used to manage motherfucking Booker T and them. He used to have a Harlem Heat boy.
What about Booker T? What about when Booker T said nigga?
Oh yeah.
And Hogan, we're coming to get you, nigga.
That nigga Stevie Ray was like,
he didn't really finish it, and he already knew he messed up. He was like, oh.
Hey, that nigga like, Stevie Ray was behind him like,
yeah, you fucked up, bro. You know.
But they didn't care. He didn't get fined. He didn't get threw off the camp. He didn't do none of that. They didn't care. Wrestling don't care. They fucking profile us as much as possible. Why all the black people got to have Jerry curls, baggy outfits, dance.
Fam, at one point the WWE had a tag team. Two black dudes came out in hip hop gear. They were called Crime Time. Do you remember this?
Oh my God, not
Crime Time. Look them up.
That's pretty pathetic.
Before the Junkyard and Coco Beware.
Oh, Coco Beware was one of the most stereotypical people ever. Why is he dancing with a parrot on his wrist? He just Coco Fever.
Shout out to the old WWF when cats was bringing animals to the ring, bro.
Hey man, look, if Jake the Snake ever put that fucking python, look, you ain't paying me enough for you to let this nigga put a boa on my back, bro. Not a boa.
First of all, let's not forget that Jake the Snake was a crackhead in real life. Why would he not bring a snake to the stage? I mean, to the he was a real life crackhead. He had to do crack before he went to the ring. That's how fucked up he
too. It was just bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bad.
It was
oh my God.
Shout out to WWE, man. So definitely got it. What's your favorite X joints? I know I'm switching gears real quick. What's your favorite X joints, man? We gotta shout out X, man.
Get at me, dog. ATF. What these bitches want. Slippin. Act the Fool,
My niggas.
my niggas, my niggas.
No, yeah.
I'm through.
You cannot take this from me, baby.
Did you say stop being greedy? Did you mention stop being greedy?
Yeah, stop being greedy, definitely. Hell yeah. We'll be eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. Man.
Oh, Slick. Y'all don't remember Slick? This nigga? Hold on. Can y'all see Slick? Y'all remember Slick, nigga?
Man.
Oh, man. Who's Slick?
Slick used to manage a couple of these random ass motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Slick. Yeah, I remember.
That was my favorite manager right there.
Slick. I used to feel sorry for Slick when he used to get like he used to get hit or knocked to the ground. He used to be looking so motherfucking flexible.
Hey, look at this nigga, man. Slick used to be profiling on these niggas, man, with the gazelles on.
Profiling, bro. Styling and profiling. With some creases in his jeans and his pants that cut a nigga throat.
That nigga creases in the motherfucking slacks used to be so sharp. Jesus. But mine is also Here We Go Again. Here We Go Again is my favorite DMX joint.
Yeah.
Same old shit, dog. Just a different day. He broke down a whole story about him trying to help a nigga out. He helped the nigga out, and the nigga still turned his back on him and tried to screw him. So he had to pop the nigga. X used to be he used to be a hell of a storyteller, man. I'll tell you that much. And he was anointed because you can't freestyle prayers, man. And he used to have the most immaculate prayers there were. for sure.
Woo.
Rest in peace, man.
Tough one, man. That's a tough one, bro.
So, Dirt, I got a question for you.
I got an answer for you.
I got two questions, actually. I asked Marv this before, too. I say, what's up with a Marv, Dirt, and Clemmy album? I know y'all started it. He told me y'all started the joint. That was back in the day. Put that bitch together.
I'm not against it. Like I did, I just thought that did take me back because we did put together starting. Like I remember we started it when we was at the hip hop clinic. Around the time we was at the hip hop clinic, or probably even a little bit prior to the hip hop clinic. But I know we cut a couple of joints. Man, I'm not. Like, it sounds good, bro. It's not too far off. Like, man, and those both my brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying. And we are always like, regardless of us not talking every day, that don't mean like we don't have each other in our best interest. Like we got 3 different situations. That just means like I get 2 other opportunities to tell about my brother, tell everybody in my circle about my brothers, and vice versa. So it's kind of like meaning if time permits, or if it becomes to where it deems it like, you know what I'm saying, necessary to make it priority, and I'm for it. Like I'm not against it. Put it to you like that.
Also, my second question is there anybody who will be your prime collaboration album with?
Prime collaboration album with?
Yes.
I want to say
all time, dead or alive too.
And why does
better question? Like who's the artist and who will be the producer of the album?
Oh, because I'm glad you narrowed it down, because like you said, who would I want to collab with? Like I was thinking about producers and artists, but now I'm thinking about producers and artists, like who I want to collab with. As far as like one, it would be I like I want to say the RZA.
Oh,
I want to say
now the RZA as far as rapping or producing.
Okay, here it is. Me, Royce, and Premier.
Ooh.
Prime? Moe Prime.
Shit.
Octamo Prime.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Primo, man.
Only reason I say that is because like one, like Like there's a lot of similarities in like patterns with me and Royce. I won't say like subject matter or like actual words, but patterns. There's a lot of similarities I've been told over the years. Also, like meaning Royce is definitely somebody that I'm uber inspired by. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite artists from the city. Not even the city, like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of my top 5 in the world. Also, like Prime is like production-wise, Prime is too. Like, so it's kind of like, okay. I have a lot of people that I like, you know what I'm saying, I hold in high regards or I look at. So for me to narrow it down to that, like I mean, you know what I'm saying, like meaning I'm just like searching at an all-time high, but it narrowed it down to that real quick. That's how I know for a fact that that's exactly who I would want it to be.
So if Royce is one of your top 5, who's the other 4?
Top 5 artists.
All time.
Royce. Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Royce. I'll throw Jay on there. I'm throwing Big L on there.
Rest in peace. So Royce, Big L. What was the other one?
Royce, Big L, Jay-Z. And we're talking about lyricists or just like...
We just talking artists.
Artists? Damn, artists? Let me retract that damn. Royce. Prince. Queen. Like Freddie Mercury.
Shout out to Freddie.
Mr. Morrison from the Doors. No, I ain't even go too far deep, man. Okay, because I listen to a lot of different music, bro. Like meaning, and I watch performances, and I watch like actual artists, and I know for a fact I just watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and I noticed that the story may not have been depicted how exactly it was, but it was kind of close to where it made me have a butterfly effect off what they were looking at. I mean, I'm looking at what the producer wrote, but it actually put me there to where I'm like, man, this is what was going on. Like, I don't know, I'm weird on that. Weird on shit like that, bro. Like, meaning...
Deep. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Who did I say? Royce. I said Royce. I said Prince.
Queen.
Morrison.
Yep, Jim Morrison. 2 more.
Michael Jackson. And I'm gonna give you another rap guy. Damn, so many people that have passed, so many artists, so many great artists, bro.
Somebody you listen to all day, don't even matter. You just have your particular day just to listen to their ass.
Damn, this shit hard as hell. Pause.
Pause. Wait a minute.
Why you thinking I give you one of mine?
Give me 5, Speedy.
I don't know if I give you 5, but I could listen to Stevie Wonder at any time of day, any day. Like Stevie Wonder, again, another guy who's still with us, and I feel like we don't talk enough about Stevie Wonder, man. That dude been making music since like 1940, 50.
I like that. You're right. We should have said that one. Yeah, that's for sure. Speedy don't get his roses like he's supposed to.
So yeah, definitely Stevie, man. Prince for sure. Prince is one of the greatest performers, if not the greatest performers of it ever. He's
we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that. I want to put a pin in that. I want to go back to there. I want to say Tina Turner. Fuck it.
You see the documentary?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was about to switch subjects.
I'm gonna say the Isley Brothers.
Ooh.
Them niggas got 28 platinum albums. 28? Holy moly.
28. I forgot to say Outkast.
I was gonna say Outkast as well. That's 2. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Outkast, and the Isley Brothers.
All time. Jesus. Artists. I gotta throw Prince in there too then. And then I'm gonna have to throw in No. I'm gonna put Stevie Wonder and then Luther Vandross.
Shit. Big Luther or Little Luther?
Both of them. Middle Luther.
Middle Luther.
Both of them.
Both of them. Yeah.
Let's not forget, or let's not act like Michael Jackson and Princeton had the greatest
writers.
Beef in history. Greatest beef in history, bro. Like, meaning,
why were they beefing though?
Listen, bro. I don't care why they were beefing. I was there for it. I was there to see it every minute. Because, like, nigga, when Michael Jackson was invited to the stage by James Brown, and
I remember that
on nuts, and then Brown invited Prince to the stage.
He went bananas.
No. Hold on. Prince idolized James Brown, but that day spawned the beef of Michael Jackson and Prince, because Michael Jackson went on stage and did him, and then Prince, he looked down at Prince or whatnot, and then he told James Brown to bring Prince on stage. Prince came on stage, did his thing, and then grabbed the light pole and tried to hang off of it, and the light pole fell to the crowd. So he was embarrassed. So it felt like he was embarrassed that, like, Michael Jackson showed him up. That's what spawned the beef between Prince and Michael Jackson. Like, he got embarrassed in front of his idol, and, like, Michael Jackson was there to see it, and they just been going back and forth every time. Like, meaning Michael invited Prince to be on songs and shit like that. Prince never showed up or didn't return a call or shit like that. So they were beefing.
Michael Jackson invited Prince to be on a joint, and Prince was like, nah. Like, can you imagine having that much juice?
Like, what? No.
Oh, hell
ladies,
no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson and Prince were hood as hell, okay? They were hood. Prince ain't give a fuck about nothing, man. The nigga played Charlie Murphy and bust their ass at hooping.
Damn.
Michael Jackson from Gary, Indiana. He's from
Gary, Indiana.
He's from Gary, Indiana. They was in the slums, nigga. Michael Jackson is a hood nigga. Yo, he was a hood nigga, bro.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was the only artist signed to Motown Records back then that wasn't from Detroit. Like, everybody who was signed to Motown Records at that time was from Detroit, pretty much. Michael Jackson was the only artist signed to Motown Records at that time that wasn't from Detroit.
Because Motown, like, we need this guy for sure.
You see them socks? You see them socks and that glove he got? Like, oh, we need him.
Where did he find these decorated ass socks and gloves? Like,
it looks like he's sliding backwards. Where did he find that move from? And look at his hair. It looks so patent leather.
All I know is Barry Gordy's family don't have to worry about nothing else because of them socks and that glove.
I remember they tried to auction the glove off for a few $1 million. Just the glove. When he retired, the bitch, like, I don't even want to wear the glove anymore. He just put that bitch up. Just
listen, man. You done dropped a lot of bombs, man. But that's one bomb that Michael Jackson invited Prince to be on a song, and Prince was like, I got other plans. I got other things I got to do.
I'm straight.
I got better things to do.
Look, I'm straight.
Michael Jackson even went on like, he went and he was like, Prince is mean. Like, I don't know why Prince became mean to me. Like, I promise you, bro. Like it's literally, it's I'm not making it up, bro. Like,
I love
did
everybody.
you know? But also, let's talk about Michael Jackson beating Bubbles the fuck up, though. He beat Bubbles.
What?
But he beat
a whole chimpanzee,
bro. A whole chimpanzee, like bro, like meaning Ronald. Like I forget. There's a guy who was signed to Joe Jackson. I forget his name. I forget the artist's name. But Joe Jackson used to bring Joe Jackson used to bring him around Michael Jackson, and Mike he used to watch him and Bubbles interaction. But the dude is on Vlad TV telling him about the interaction with Joe Jackson and Michael to where he was like, "Yo, Michael used to beat the fuck out of Bubbles." He was like, "He said he used to beat Bubbles." He was like, he hit him with an 8-piece. He said he hit him with an 8-piece. He was like, an 8-piece.
You gotta relax.
He say Bubbles. He said Michael Jackson was talking to somebody with his back turned, and Bubbles like bit a little girl, and the little girl like, ah! Michael turned around. What happened? He was like, Bubbles bit me. He was like, he bit you? He was like, what, real quick. He said, so he beat up Bubbles. He hit him with an 8-piece.
You know, Michael Jackson liked the children, man. You know, he respected children. Bubbles,
man,
bitch ass nigga, what I just tell you?
No, it wasn't Dr. Conrad Murray that took Michael out. It was Bubbles and the rest of the chimpanzee.
Hey, man.
Listen, Bubbles stood over Michael Jackson laying on his deathbed and like Caesar said, no!
Hey, listen to me.
He whispered in his ear, it's time to go home.
It's time to go. It's time for you to leave.
He whispered in his ear, let me hold $20. and Mike was like, I ain't got it right now.
No, that is the craziest thing I done heard today.
Ladies and gentlemen, monkeys are not pets, first and foremost. They are not pets, okay? Bubbles.
Hey, completely off record for both of you guys. Way left field. Did either of you know that beneath the Amazon forest, there's an entire civilization that used to live like centuries ago? Like meaning there's this chemical or this powder called LIDAR. And LIDAR is something that you can fly over an area and drop it into the area. And like, you know what I'm saying? It forms crystals or whatever around whatever's beneath the surface. And then you can look at it through a laser, like, you know what I'm saying? They're lasers, but you can look at it through a camera. Back in the day, there was an entire civilization that died of yellow fever or malaria or whatnot. But once an entire area is like, you know what I'm saying? There's no life form or whatnot. Like whatever's built on top of it, it takes its natural life form back to the beginning. Like meaning grass starts growing, everything starts growing out of the concrete. So, but there's an entire there was a whole village of people that live beneath the Amazon forest.
But under the forest?
Or the forest as we know it today did not exist back then. It was in that, like, say for instance, I'm living in Vegas right now. And like, if everybody is wiped out in Vegas and there's no life form here anymore, like meaning the grass and weeds start growing out of the concrete and then all the way to the sky to where, like, if you take a drone and fly over, all you see is trees. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, meaning trees start growing out of control, like meaning years, centuries, nobody's been touching Vegas. So everything is grown out of control. There's no manicuring anything here. Everything is at the height of everything. Like the houses are covered with trees. You don't see any houses anymore. And then the houses start to deplete and fall apart and fall, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the woods now. Like you don't hear anything in the woods unless you're living in the woods.
I would say, yeah, because wouldn't that be kind of like the city of Atlantis? They said that was an underwater city, but that's before the water rose, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Now, also, let's get to going here, though. It's my last mind fuck for you. You know flying saucers, right? You know how they depict them to look like a saucer, like a plate, right?
Right.
All right. Hear me out when I say this. What if we have alien life form living in the water? And what I say by this is because there's been all kinds of different situations where people who've witnessed like flying saucers hit the water and go straight into the water. Now imagine throwing a plate in the water and how it skims through the water, it cuts through the water. Imagine that type of shit, like being in the water, you can move through the water at a rapid pace. Also, it's dark underneath the water. So like if anybody was to explore underneath the water, like you really can't see anything underneath the water unless you got like whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like lights or whatnot. But why would you need lights when you have to go to depths beneath so far, like the Mariana Trench? The Mariana Trench is so far beneath the surface to where like all the way down there, like meaning I've been watching different documentaries to where it's a documentary that says that like a Russian submarine, like because Russia already acknowledges that there's alien life forms here on this planet. And there's other countries. We denounce that there's alien life forms here in this country.
Yeah, it's some crazy stuff down there at the ocean's bottom. It's some wild stuff. At the
bottom, bro. Like so much so that this submarine, like on their beacon, so where like it beep and it goes around beep. It says like there were 6 things at the beginning of the circle. There's like 3 layers of the circle: the beginning, the middle part, and then the interior. They say when they went around one, they saw 6 like crafts, and then when they went around again, it was already at the center, to where like it was damn near on the ass already. And I was like, and they said it went past them and shot out of the water, like just like this, like meaning in a manner that when you had a saucer, if you threw it in the water, it'd go just like this.
Bro,
they said this was a real situation, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Look, you down there in Vegas. I be seeing a lot of like videos on World Star and all that shit about, you know, because Area 51 is supposed to be down in Nevada, whatever the case may be. Have you seen any strange kind of shit in the air since you've been out there?
I've seen falling stars. I've seen like different lights in the sky. I'm not even gonna hold you, like meaning so much so that like I had like Vegas is, I mean, Nevada is known for falling stars though. Like meaning you're still not falling stars, shooting stars.
Right.
Like shooting stars. Like even when you look at the weather for the day, you can see weather, and then like, you know, when it's raining outside on iPhones, it'll show like trickling rain. If it's snowing outside, it'll show trickling snow. But in Vegas, it shows shooting stars.
Right.
So like you can go outside and actually catch a shooting star out here. I ain't seen no weird shit outside of shooting stars and lights in the sky, but there was lights in the sky in Michigan. If you really look on YouTube right now, like it's been in different areas where there's like in military form, like formation, like different, like 3 rows of lights.
Right.
Like
yeah, that kind of shit. You know,
like that. So it's kind of like, okay. I saw it.
It's got to be something out here, man. Like it's this entire universe and galaxy, man. You mean to tell me it's one planet with life?
Just us, huh? Just us.
Nah.
They put life form from the smallest living microorganism to like the biggest human or like giraffe or like you mean to tell me he only put all of that on one planet?
Exactly. We fuck all that. We heal ourselves.
We heal ourselves.
Dog, do you realize like we can break a limb and it dog, we heal ourselves, bro. We can fall off a bike right now and lose all your skin. But the shit'll grow back.
Bro, people take the word and look at it so literal and may miss the actual meaning. Meaning you seen that Burger King commercial to where they drop the patty on the grill and then they drop the lettuce and the tomato on the grill and then the cheese, how it looked, it looked all good as fuck on TV. But then so much so that it make you go to Burger King and get that same thing. But when you get it in your hand, it don't look the same thing as it did on TV.
Not like fucking all.
Well, not like, but you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning that's the same thing with success or anything that anybody goes through. Like, meaning with success, they look at TV, they phone's supposed to be blowing up. It's supposed to have females, it's supposed to have money, it's supposed to have jewelry. Like, I'm successful. Like, meaning it don't look like it do on TV though. Like, meaning I got a lot of females. I had a lot of females at time. I have females from time to time. Like my phone rings from time to time. Like I get calls for money from time to time. Like meaning it just don't look like it do how they depict it on TV.
Understandable. Understandable.
No,
Hey
that's
man,
true. That's true, man. Like I think too many people see the end product of all the hard work, right, and all the grinding and the journey. They see the end product and be like, "I want that," and then
I
when they
want
don't
that.
get that, like they feel like they're a failure and they forget about the journey and what it takes to get there.
They don't even try to put themselves through the journey. They feel like they want to half step the journey. You can't half step the journey. You got to go through the journey to see the success, ladies and gentlemen. You have to go through it, man. You got to go through the bumps to get to where you got to be. Nothing comes easy.
I'll say this, like, look at it as a tree. Like a lot of people will enjoy eating from the lower fruits of the tree. It's only a certain amount of people that's going to get the fruit at the top of the tree. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fruit at the bottom of the tree is easy to grab. So they're complacent with grabbing that fruit. But the motherfuckers who want the real shit, they're going to take their time to get to the top of the tree and get that extra prize.
Exquisite fruit. I want this exquisite fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Hey, right.
That gorilla fruit.
That was the gorilla fruit.
Don't settle for the low-hanging fruit, man. Man.
Well, on that note, man.
Yeah.
As we that was a drive. That was a bomb right there, man. But what I want to do now, just to switch it up before we get into our quality music collections and shit, you know what I'm saying? Want to give us a couple shout outs to some small businesses, bro. Because these people are trying to surpass the lower fruits and get to the high fruits. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's a local bartender. Her name is Corked by Shanti. I believe it's Shanti. Corked by Shanta, I'm sorry. And she has exquisite drinks. She delivers. She's a local independent businesswoman, African American. The drinks are fantastic. Google her. She's on IG. Corked by Shanta. Chanta.
You sure that's not Shantae?
Shantae. She know who it is because I mispronounced it when I first met her because the drinks were so good. So
shout out to Shantae.
You feel me?
My dog. So I'm a shout out my man Ken Bryant, man. He owns and operates Premier Provisions. I'm sorry, Premier Provisions. It's a dispensary out in Big Rapids, man. He used to have a location in Ann Arbor, but he's owned and operated a dispensary for quite some time, maybe 10 years or so. But yeah, go see him if you're ever in the Michigan area. Go see him. He'll get you right. It's a really classy establishment. So definitely shout out to my man Ken, and you're doing good business out there in Michigan.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What you got down there, Dirt in Vegas, man? You know somebody out there with besides yourself, because Dirdee is an entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen.
How about you promote yourself real quick? Like what you got going on, what you got coming up?
What's going on with you?
Honestly, to me on my end, like I'm actually in the works of project, a 19-song project called Movid 19. And that's what I'm doing. My boy J Palm, Jamal Cherry. I got the vinyl out. I also have merch, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops. The You Don't Belong to Detroit brand is still up and functioning, and it's doing pretty well actually. So, and it's about to be summer, so we're getting ready to go into the spring the summer colors for the tank tops and the t-shirts. Outside of that, like just working on music, working on traveling, collabs. I'm getting ready to go back out to Cali and put together the Moe Dirdee Part 2. Then be a new vinyl coming soon. I'm working on that with DJ House Shoes and Dirt Beats. That, new visuals, and just pretty much just trying to get back to remaining relevant. Like, I took a break for a minute to where like I had to take a break. So, but I had to get a couple of things taken care of first, and I got a couple of things in place, so I'm ready to actually be more visible. I don't do a lot of, I don't really have a lot to say on social media most of the time. I don't do a lot of lives or go live for what? I refuse to go live and holler at my phone. the fuck I'm gonna go live and holler at my phone for?
I holler at my phone all the time
Go live
because I be sick of it though, Dirt. I just be sick of it though. Sometimes you can express when you're sick of shit though. You feel me?
Exactly. But you can do that non-verbally though. Like you can let them.
That's true.
Without having to tell them.
That's true.
FYI, Greg, you got my wife walking around the house talking about I'm sick of
it. You gotta be.
I'm sick of it. Sick of it. I'm like, relax. All right, take it easy.
And sometimes you just get sick of it. So there, I got a question. What are you listening to besides yourself? And you know, what's your music?
Before you give
us, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Where can the people find you?
Boom. And where can they find your merch?
You can find the merch. I got a IG page. It's YDBID313. You don't belong to Detroit 313. It's the acronym. Like, so it's YDBDI3. I mean YDBID313. Or as long as you can find me, you can find it, because like I do the shippings and I get it out to you immediately. I'm working on putting together the website, the finishing touches on the website, so that'll be available soon. But outside of that, yeah. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Instagram, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Tidal, Deezer, all the same thing. Moe Dirdee, MoeDirdee. And my social media is the same on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Moe Dirdee, MoeDirdee.
Oh, cool. All right. Quality music recommendations. We do this at the end of every podcast. You know, what are you listening to right now that you want to share with other people?
What am I listening to? I don't know, because like I listen to music that take me on my body. Like, you know, meaning like I know what I do every day, all day. I know the music that I present, but I also like listen to music, mood music. Sometimes I'll be flying up the street and I feel like, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I feel like I want to trap. So I listen to trap music on the way to work, that type of shit. So it's kind of like right. I listen to Pooh Shiesty. I listen to Lil Baby. I listen to The Baby. The Baby do it for me right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. Pause. Like, you know, I listen to him. I listen to Guns. I listen to Gun. I listen to
Hello, West Side Gun.
You already know, nigga. I listen to some of the New York drill shit. Like I listen to 5V05. I listen to a lot of my peers' music. Like I'm definitely up on the new Fat Ray. I listen to Royce.
I can't wait to listen to that. Ooh.
Okay. I'm glad you made that recommendation.
Some shit for sure.
You know, I'm tapped in, bro. Like I just pay attention. I like good music, so you know what I'm saying. I had no problem with like meaning a lot of my friends like point me in a direction and I listen to it. I mean, why are you sending me this shit? And I listen to it like, oh shit.
That's why. Yeah, that's how it happens. That's how it happens, bro. Are you up with? You been listening to Ransom?
Ransom, from the back in the day.
Oh yeah, you gotta hear some new shit from Ransom.
He got some new shit.
Yes, he does. Dirt. Jesus Christ, does he have
about pins?
My man is talking ballistic. I will definitely be sending you this playlist immediately. You hear me?
Hear that? Put me together.
Boy, be talking pause. But boy, be talking crazy. My salute, my recommendation this time. I usually go a little bit off the way, but I'm just going straight trap shit. Shout out to my dog, Young Dolph, Dumb and Dumber 2.
Okay.
I think it might be his last album.
Bro. I can't hear nothing.
The reason I say Dolph is because he said it might be his last album and everything he does is on his own shit. So shout out to Dolph.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've been listening to straight jit music for the past week. Bro.
Not the DJ Snowflake.
Hey, I ain't hear nothing.
I said Dolph, Dumb and Dumber 2, because you know I'm just on some Dolph shit. Speedy, tell them what your recommendation is.
I've been listening to straight jit music the past week and a half.
What? Get your jit on?
Man, all of it. Man, don't even get me started, bro. Don't even get me started, man.
He sent me what you like, what you like, what you like. Dog, I ain't heard that song.
And since you player haters in this house,
all of it. All of it.
Point them out, point them out.
Jail and weed. Jail and weed.
All of it.
And don't mess around. He might throw some shit on, man. Make him relax.
Bro, don't get me started.
He gotta relax. But look, man. Look, I want to say this, Dirt. I want to let you know here at Quality Minutes, we honor hard work. We honor hard-working individuals as well. And brother, you have been a hard-working individual since I've known you. You've been putting in your motherfucking due diligence. Can't nobody take anything that you've accomplished away from you, bro. You have earned every goddamn piece of everything you work for. You understand me?
What we all about.
Your music is classic. Continue to keep being you. Your roses are here, brother. Welcome to the Hard Work Hall of Fame here at Quality. You know what I'm talking about? Big brr, big brr.
Big brr, big brr, not little brr, big brr.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tapping in.
Appreciate you, brother. Y'all, man. In a minute, man. Make every minute count, ladies and gentlemen. LiveQualityMinutes.com, man.
Hey,
the links are down there. You see his
brand that
hashtag,
supports
his
you,
his screen names, the whole nine. You'll see the links on the video. So y'all have a good week.
In a minute.